Hi guys, here's just a little quick review on the brand new 118 scale Kyle Larson Authentic Collectables sprint car. This is the 1K that he ran at the High Limit series over the New Year's period recently at the Perth Motorplex. So Jason Pryde Motorsport wanted to make a model of the car, so here it is, and I just want to give you a quick unboxing, just show you what it is and give you my thoughts on it. But yeah, so here's the box. Got Kyle Larson on the end there, same as the front, same on there. Got the 1K on the end. It's a nice glossy box, and then on the top, Authentic Collectables limited edition collector's model. So just one thing to note there, Authentic Collectables are not calling it a die cast, it's a collector's model. So I know there's people out there saying, oh, it's not made of metal, it's not, you know, it's just plastic. Well, they didn't say that it was die cast, and they're not telling you that it is solid metal. So it's really up to you whether you want to buy it or not. And yeah. So there's the certificate of authenticity, 1 of 300. This is 256. They're obviously going to bring out another run of these. There is talk that there's some changes going to be made, and some saying, well, you could start with putting the right stickers on the car. But I think it'd be cool if they brought it out like the Knoxville Nationals Kyle Larson car, that's going to be sort of half sprayed in mud to make it look super authentic. So, but that's an Acme car doing that, and that does look really cool. There's a little bit of a thing here, just a little brochure that says don't store it in the sun. You know, it's going to, you know, fade the paint or whatever. Some wheel covers. I will show you soon how they don't fit on very well, in my opinion. So crack open the box, and the wing comes wrapped basically in toilet paper. There it is, plastic. Yeah, it's got Tasman power there underneath, Schlam, the 1K, Larson on the front with the flag, and some other sponsors logos there. That's all cool. Underneath, by the way, there's a the wing ram for the adjusting of the wing angle when they drive down and they want to change it up. So that's pretty cool detail. Pull it out of the box, and the first thing you'll notice when you take it out of the box and put it on a flat surface is that it doesn't actually sit level. The Acme ones do sit pretty much dead flat on the table. You could say that this is actually more accurate to scale and to the real thing, knowing that the rear tyre is bigger than the left. So the right rear is, you know, bigger diameter, so it's naturally going to rock, but I kind of like it better if it just sits flat. If the front shocks actually worked, then maybe we wouldn't have a drama. That could be maybe something they can do in the future. One thing I noted with the James McFadden 118, it had actually FK shocks printed on the front shocks, which is pretty cool. But these don't have it, so I'm not sure what shocks they were running, or whether that just wasn't part of the deal. Obviously the steering moves all good. Got the steering arm on the side here. All good. It doesn't move the steering wheel in the cab, which would be pretty cool, but that would obviously make it more expensive. One thing I will show you is so you get the wheel covers, but they don't actually stay on. Now, Authentic Collectables came out and said that sticking them in, like stick some blue tack in there and stick them in there, will work. In my opinion, like that's obviously not the front one, so that's the rear one. But yeah, they just fall out. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go and bother to stick blue tack in there to hold them in there. I'm probably just going to leave them off. So in my opinion, it's kind of a waste of waste of time if they don't sort of fit in there. They said that they didn't want to make them any bigger because it peeled the paint off the inside of the rim, which is fair enough. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe if they made the rim part of the cover, if it went further in, maybe it could sit inside the rim easier without it damaging anything and falling out. But anyway, minor detail. On the frame here, someone mentioned that on the Acme cars, I know they definitely don't do this. The angle change comes from back here, and then the bar goes down, but this one sort of stretches out and then goes down. So that's obviously maybe slightly not accurate to the real car, but I mean, we're talking about a 1/18 scale model here. But we know people are fussy. So anyway, plastic engine hood, engine cover, and this is not the same as the engine cover that was on the actual car. The car they had the that rounder, more round engine cover on the top part, and that is one thing with the Acme models that I like. And I'm sure Authentic Collectables will change this and come up with different engine covers, but Acme definitely do have a huge range of the different shaped engine covers that all the guys run in the States. And you know, they also have all the different side panels here that are cut out, you know, like Kyle Larson tends to drive his Finley Farms car in the States with that cut out. And so, yeah, some have got that wing cut out, some have got extra, you know, side panels in here. There's just a huge range of different things that the Acme cars have on them. They've, you know, all the different kind of header types. They'll have like just chrome, full chrome headers, you know. Yeah, so the detail and the quality of the Acme cars, in my opinion, is better. When I did my review on the James McFadden car, I liked it, but then looking back on it, I think I actually don't like it. There's a chrome tip on the exhaust, and if you're going to go for actual realism, don't put the chrome tip on the exhaust. I might black that out myself, but we'll see what happens. But the rear crash bar, or push bar, whatever you want to call it, that's plastic. The tank is metal. The bar behind the drivers, that frame in there, that's plastic. The main roll cage itself is metal, so that's all cool. These panels, I believe, are plastic. The front, what do you call it, air scoop underneath the front wing, that's plastic. Obviously the front wing's plastic. That panel in there is plastic. Even the steering rod is plastic. These are all plastic. The seat, actually the cool thing, I do like this, the rock screen in the front of the driver here is metal, and it is just like, it is actually pretty cool. It's clipped onto the roll cage on the sides like it is on the actual real car. So that's a detail that Acme don't have yet. Maybe they will, who knows. One thing I don't really like is the seat in this thing is super loose. If Kyle Larson came to Australia and Jason Pryde put him in the car and said, here, have a strap around in this, and he's got a seat that's that loose, pretty sure he's going to just jump straight back out. So yeah, that I don't really like. In the Acme cars, the brake rotors actually like spin with the axle. This one doesn't. The rotor's just, it does move, but you've got to move it, you know, you move it yourself. It doesn't spin with the wheels, so there's just that to talk about. I'll pull this off. The engine cover's got like a pin here in the front, a locating pin. And so you got to pop that up first, and then kind of give it a bit of a squeeze to get it out, because it's a little bit tight between the roll bars there. But just a bit of a look in the engine department. Super cool. There goes my dog. There's actually a lot of detail in the engine. I'm not sure, I haven't seen one of the more latest models of the Acme ones. I haven't looked in the 2024 Acme models, but the detail in here I actually think is better than any of the Acme ones I've got. It's very similar, obviously, but yeah, there's just a lot more wires, all the spark plug wires and so on. It's actually got Kistler Engines logo on the rocker cover. Yeah, so pretty cool. I like it, and so that's all that matters really. So I'll put that back on. Now the wing, I did speak to, or did message the guys from Authentic Collectables and just sort of pointed out that the wing on the Acme car, which is very similar, the mounting system is just a lot stronger and a lot stiffer, and you can kind of pick the car, not that you're supposed to, but you can pick the car up by the wing, whereas this, I don't know, maybe that actually fits in pretty good. Maybe it was just the way I mounted it on the James McFadden car that didn't make it as solid. So that, yeah, that is actually, it is a little bit sloppy, but it is better than the one I have on the McFadden car. So maybe they've addressed that, because that is like, even though it's got a little bit of play in it, it is a lot more solid than the McFadden car for sure. So, but there you go. I think it's really cool. Like, you know, if you're prepared to pay the $230 for a car that's mostly plastic, that's up to you. You probably don't need to get on Facebook and say how bad it is or anything, because it just is what it is. Authentic Collectables aren't telling you it's an all metal die-cast car. They're just calling it a model. So yeah, if they were saying that it was a direct competition to Acme, then yeah, you could point out some problems, but it sort of is what it is. And when it's sitting on the shelf, it is going to look killer. I think it just looks really sweet. I mean, obviously it helps when the driver's winning, because you know, if this was the guy driving around the back of the pack all the time, then maybe we wouldn't like it. But I think it looks awesome, and especially with the black nudge bars and stuff. Like, it just looks cool. And yeah, so there you go. That's my little take on it. Think of it what you will, but yeah. So they're going to bring out another run of these, and like I said, hopefully they bring it out with mud splattered all over it, like the way it finished the race. That would be totally cool. But we'll wait and see. So yeah, there it is. Kyle Larson, number 1K.